Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here with a message for the Libra Collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra. We'll use a variety of tarot and oracle cards to get you some messages, and we already have many cards wanting to make their way out of the deck. Let's get started. I also channel messages throughout the reading. You have Sapphire here, Libra, knowledge, learning, organization. Looks like there's sodalite on this person's third eye. Could be lapis lazuli, but it looks like sodalite. I'm not really seeing the gold flecks. You may be working something out. It's like as though you're figuring out the details in something here, or just how you're going to make something a reality. This is about overcoming some sort of obstacle potentially too. Feels like you have quite an array of colors coming out. And it's funny because I wanted to use a lot of decks that have to do with color. And look at the color, look at the different colors you're receiving. And think about what the cards mean to you intuitively as you're viewing this reading, please. Because what you come up with is actually more important, really. So it's all about you having that freedom, that willpower, right? So you have Salmon here, obstacles, perseverance, and persistence. You could be feeling like you're going against the flow. Pardon me. If you hear clicks, it might be because I have to mute my mic to clear my throat. I've been having some throat things going on. Anyway, so it looks like there's morganite here. So it's a peachy color, yet this person's eyes are like icy turquoise. Maybe you connect to turquoise in some way. Some of you could be, I'm hearing right now intuitively, clairaudiently, safe travel. So some of you may be traveling and wondering about safety. Take necessary precautions. This could in fact be what you're planning. You're learning to know more about a new place you're in or something. And I am getting that intuitively. So we have dandelion here, manifestation, optimism, wishes. It says, yes, I can. And we have this lovely yellow stone. We have a little smiley face, and we have the dandelion, wishes. Many of us probably remember blowing those seed pods around, and as children or even as adults, I still do it. So making the wish. And this is about there's definitely this emphasis on like growth, and it's very empressy feeling to me. It can also be like a very like production of some kind. So you may be in this feeling like you're producing something. I mean, it does say manifesting on here, but I'm getting there's something a bit more than that. You might actually really be doing producing something in some way. So the word they're giving me, production. All right, so Scarlet here, intensity, motivation, passion. We have the Lovers card on this oracle card. This is a deck called the Color Goddess Casting Cards by Renee A. Birch. The decks I use are all down below. And then you have Orchid, something rare, uncommon, and unique. So this is something that is not usual. This is something quite unusual, in fact, that you could be coming upon or creating. I'm getting a name like Deandra. So if you I do get names clairaudiently and clairvoyantly and stuff throughout the reading. So people often ask me in the comments, well, what does it mean if you say a name? It could be your name. It could be you're about to meet somebody with this name. Could be someone you already know. Could also be the name of a street. It could also be someone in spirit stopping by for a quick hello because they know this is a way to reach you. So just, take it or leave it. It's nothing to, oh my gosh, wait a minute. And I didn't even know that turquoise was on here. I saw a little bit of the blue. I didn't realize, remember I pointed out the person's turquoise eyes. Well, here we do have the card turquoise. I just saw that. We'll get to that after Sienna. So Sienna, plans, preparation, training. I am getting actually fitness goals here, maybe because we have a whistle. I'm getting the month of November. It feels to me very November-like. And I just clairaudiently heard another name, Hopkins. You could also be getting treatment for something medical too, I'm hearing. Or you're wanting to even maybe avoid that. And so maybe you are getting a little more organized and structured when it comes to your wellness and how you're taking care of yourself. And so here's turquoise. It's about direction, point, and purpose. As I said, some of you may be traveling. The turquoise stone can be a good talisman for for travel to keep you safe. We have peacock feathers here. I'm getting December off this card. I think that's one of the stones for December is turquoise. Yeah, something maybe being pointed out to you, something that seemed like it, now that you see it, it's like obvious, but maybe you didn't quite see it at the time. I know that can seem sort of like a cryptic kind of message, but it's not meant to be. That's the message. That's something that, once you see it, it's like, oh, okay, then it completely, like it makes sense. It's completely pointed out to you, maybe through some sort of like collaboration or something too. So sometimes that is good to work in a group or something, just because, more with other people, just even though a lot of us are introverts and we don't love the group work thing, it can actually be helpful because, other people bring different experiences and perspectives, and maybe they'll notice something that, like I said, once it's pointed out to you, you're like, oh, that's it. Okay, now you can overcome whatever this thing is. So something rare could be coming in, and perhaps it's a wish come true of some kind. Let's use the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. This is the author of Lightseer's Tarot, which basically everybody I know knows tarot, knows that deck. All right, you have the Queen of Voices here. And so that's the Queen of Swords, Libra. That's one of our cards here. So that's what's coming in under knowledge, learning, and organization. So the Queen of Voices, that's like really clear direction. Very clear direction here coming in. I'm getting something about like tide pools too. You have the Two of Voices with the Queen of Emotions coming in. So Two of Swords and Queen of Cups. Really being so okay. I'm hearing right now some of you really are. You're like a really fast learner. So these two cards wanted to come out together. So let's just see what would the Two of Voices and the Queen of Emotions here have to do with one another. I mean, this is already your second queen out. And I was going to clarify just with one card each, but that was my thinking plan. Tarot doesn't have thinking plans. Tarot, the way I do tarot anyway, is it's intuitively led and guided. So you're getting two cards to clarify this: obstacles, perseverance, persistence. You need to probably tap into your emotions and your own intuition in order to make this choice. Because when we have the Two of Voices and the Queen of Cups, that's what I get. Very simply stated anyway. Is, yeah, what's the advice? You might be tired of hearing it, and we keep getting this, but it's like you need to see how you feel. Go with what feels right to you. And remember to have compassion for yourself. What makes you feel most comfortable? And some of you might not be used to making choices based on that. So back to that Queen of Voices. I didn't talk much about the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, that's being determined. That's being clear on something. Yeah, getting organized. That's the queen of analysis, right? Queen of direction, if you want to call it that. It seems like she's kind of turning her head to something. I feel as though either you're tuning voices in or out. Could be having to balance both. There's something I'm hearing clairaudiently about feeling as though it's like microscopic scrutiny. Interesting phrase. I've never heard that before, but microscopic scrutiny. You might be doing that to yourself, unfortunately, when I see the Queen of Voices and the Queen of Emotions together with the Two of Voices. So again, voices are swords, emotions are cups. And then in this deck, materials are pentacles. And as far as wands, she calls it the suit of inspiration. So just so your own little key as you follow along. All right, so I'm getting the name, actually speaking of key, the name Monkey. So that could be a nickname, it could be a pet name, could be, Monkey Lane, I don't know, but that's coming in. And you have the Ace of Emotions. So the Ace of Cups here coming in. And this is about having that optimism, because it's what's clarifying dandelion, optimism, wishes. And it's like a lot of it comes down to really believing in yourself, really believing, really feeling inspired. Maybe some of you are finding some new inspiration after a period where there could have been some sort of loss. Not could have been. I feel like there was some period of loss for the majority of it. Only take what resonates, please. These are general, obviously, not a personal reading. Read the disclaimer. Thank you. Okay, too many cards are wanting to come out as a clump. I'm not used to shuffling this deck. I've had it a long time, but I haven't used it much. All right, so now we have a few out. These are, oh, so that's coming out too. Speaking of being inspired, there's the Knight of Inspiration. Now, I'm not taking these. There are many. There's also a stack here. But what did hit the table is this one and this one. So we'll see what those are about. The Knight of Inspiration came out. I'm hearing something about sort of a backlash, kind of what I heard clairaudiently was ugly talk. So there could be somebody just saying things that are just not helpful. But it's not going to stop you from feeling inspired. So this is all what's clarifying this scarlet intensity, motivation, and passion. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Given these cards, the Knight of Inspiration or Knight of Wands, it very much gives me Aries vibes, even though it comes through with the Lovers card. By making sure something is in alignment with you, again, it is your choice to make. Now, I don't love the High Priestess in reverse. With the Three of Coins here, Three of Materials, it does make me feel as though someone could be trying to persuade you in a direction that goes against your own intuition. High Priestess in reverse. Someone could have there's some sort of, either it's like repressed feelings or it's a hidden agenda. Something feels very blocked, and I feel like it's coming from what maybe should have been teamwork, collaboration. I feel it's all like there are too many like cooks in the kitchen, as the expression goes, right? But I feel for some of you that means you're going to go forward on your own. There is a reason to celebrate here too. I'm kind of getting Three of Cups vibes, even though it's Three of Pentacles and Knight of Inspiration. So it's interesting to me that, I mean, the way the cards always talk to each other on this table never stops to amaze me, because we have, a horse that looks like it's like flame on fire. And now we have flame, a heart on fire here. And we have other cards that just they just talk to each other. Like they literally match. Like look at the colors in these two. Like they match. I mean, it's amazing how this always seems to happen at the table. I'll use decks from completely different creators, decks I haven't used in a while, and they all talk to each other. So yeah, hopefully that inspires you as far as tarot readings in general, not just here, but in general. It's amazing. It has changed my life. All right, let's see. Orchid here. Something rare and uncommon, something very unique. Please tell us more. Whoa. Well, I said, please tell us more. And we have multiple cards came out right away. Seven of Materials. Oh my gosh. All right. So we're going to get a whole story. Okay. So you have the Knight of Emotion. So that's the Knight of Cups. Then you have the Magician, the Star card. What do you know, right? Every reading. Queen of Inspiration, Five of Voices, and Seven of Materials. So you have 77. No, 77. Let's see. We'll get into this. Okay. So the Knight of Inspiration. So, sorry, Knight of Emotion. That's the Knight of Cups here. And this is what's clarifying, again, that's what's clarifying Orchid. Okay. That's what's clarifying Orchid. And for some of you, that you're having to like tiptoe around an emotion of some kind. It feels like there's the Magician card here. Beautiful Magician card. I mean, look at the color. I chose this because I was very much feeling colors, colorful, lots of color. Maybe you're working with color, you're adding new color. Maybe that's what we should be doing right now, thinking about things like chakra care, or just adding more variety to our life and the foods we eat, or in the way we dress, the way we're doing things. Anyway, the Magician card, talent is what's coming in with that. So doing what you love. You have a rare gift, Libra friends. Very rare gift, whether you're Libra star, sun, whatever. Sun, or I saw the star card, or moon, or rising, whatever it is. So you have the star card. Now, when I have the star card and the Magician and the Knight of Cups, use your intuition here. I mean, what could this possibly be telling us, right? It's like, maybe, perhaps, you are the star, you have it going on, you have the resources you need to get started. Take that small step in a direction of something that you love. Where is your heart leading you? It's almost like you can't go wrong if you're if you're following your heart with something, even though I know that's debatable, but I'm not here to debate. So this is the message I'm getting right now is for some of you, some criticism you received long ago may have stuck, and it's like it's dulling your shine a bit. So let's not let that happen. All right, so you have the Queen of Inspiration here, Queen of Wands. Yeah, so now you have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. In this deck, known as the Queen of Voices, Queen of Emotion, and Queen of Inspiration. Look at her. She's just like not letting anything stop her. Nothing stops a Queen of Wands. I haven't said it in a while on this channel, but that's true. Nothing will stop this person, this energy. We have a Five of Voices. Someone could be trying to make you feel guilty in some sort of way. We also have a Seven of Materials, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so when we have the, oh, interesting, olive branch. Okay, there's an olive branch here. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at the card. Like these are, the collage decks are always so interesting. There's so much to be utilized or to use as far as, well, yeah, use, as far as putting your messages together here. I'm getting a name like Lolita too. And there's something here about something is by design. Now, remember, I was getting that channeled message for a while. Something happened by design. Like this, even on a world stage, even things are happening by design. So, you know, I don't talk politics here usually or anything. So I'm not going to do that now. But, you know, it does feel as though this is like, even though it could be difficult and things have been slow and it's been like you've had this delayed success, you feel like maybe you're waiting. This is by design. This is how it's supposed to happen for some reason. There could also be someone's having some sort of regret as they finally see you taking steps towards something that you are finally like unblocking. It feels as though you're unblocking your intuition. It's leading to some sort of peace, maybe. There could have been, some sort of love relationship, family, romance, otherwise, that it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And I feel I am getting an X. I also get the letter V as in victory, viola, violin, something. It's almost like I'm getting like a marionette, a puppet, as though someone didn't expect you to not follow a plan of some kind. This could be in any area of your life. Let's get a clarifier on that. You have the Hanged Muse. Okay, so this is the Hanged Man. So this is sort of as though once you surrender and let go and you accept something, you gain this whole new level of wisdom, this whole new perspective, and that can help you move forward. Yeah, oh my gosh, there it is. Awakening. There it is. 100%. There it is. There's your awakening. Final decision, clarity. You know, you made a final decision when it came to something or someone, and it's really freed you, I feel. Could have felt like a tower moment for some of you. Some of you, I get like just sick of feeling judged. And you wanted to be able to voice yourself. And for some of you, I get that you're in this situation, or maybe you still are, where you're just not getting supported at all levels or on a certain level. And it feels as though you're leaving that situation for something more in alignment with you. It just feels like there wasn't support and you weren't able to voice concerns, and it just wasn't healthy. We have Sienna here, plans, preparation, training. Let me show you the, so we have a bunch of cards fill out. I need to get a grip on my shuffling here with this deck. Okay, Sienna, plans, preparation, training. There we are. What do we have? What do we have, please? Something is being spread all around, or you're worried something could be spread around. Weren't we getting something about someone? I'm getting that, you know, the expression loose lips sink ships, something like that. Something along those lines. Okay, Six of Voices. So the Six of Swords, that's that moving on. So some of you, your plans, preparation, training are allowing you to move on. You're getting out of something. I don't know. There's nothing else to say about that right now. You're just going on your own. That's what that, yeah. A lot of the times because somebody, it's almost as though they had you nailed down for something. They thought that you would have just like almost as though they they mistook you for somebody who would free yourself and leave something that's just not healthy. So interesting message there. And there's nothing else to talk about. That's literally the message I'm hearing too, is I'm done. There's nothing else to talk about. Like, that's it, leaving. It's as though some of you really want, well, it makes sense because you have that. It's falling after the Hanged Man and the Hanged Muse and the Awakening card and the Star. It's like realizing you're better than something. Again, it's a catalyst that cannot be ignored is the message for so far for the overall reading. It's as though you have this wake up, and I think, and it makes sense. We're basically in eclipse season. Even though it wasn't an eclipse on the 23rd of August with that new moon in Virgo, because it's connected to the solar eclipse, which will be the second new moon in Virgo, which is rare to have it, I guess, okay, not an astrologer, but anyway, we're already in the energy of eclipse season. That's the main point, even though the first eclipse isn't until September 7th. And so it feels as though you already are having the eclipse energy kind of boost you. It's like you're getting a head start with something. Even though it's delayed success for some of you, it's like you're getting, you're taking advantage of something, this opportunity as it comes in. Finally, it's something coming in, coming right at you. And for turquoise, you have 5 of inspiration. That's a 5 of wands. Now, this can be, I feel as though this one is about, perspectives and how we each have our own perspective, right? You see, they all have their little windows and mirrors and things, and they're all doing something different. Can we make this work together? Well, who knows? That's for you to decide. So this could be about, there could be some sort of power struggle going on or challenge or obstacle, but I have that underneath this turquoise. And isn't it amazing? Like, you have the turquoise and then you have all these little sort of like portholes or portals. You could look at it. I always look at eclipses as sort of portal energy. So, I guess we'll have the 9-9 portal. 99, leadership. 9-9 could be very powerful because it's 999 this year, right? 999. I mean, that's could be some big, powerful ending here. Big shift in energy, it feels like. So, yeah, as I say, the cards talk to each other. And so you have turquoise and you have this turquoise sky, turquoise water here. It's all about, it is about the direction you go, where you're pointed, your purpose, even that's going to be connected to this awakening card. Something feels right coming from the upper heart chakra here, even. I'll use some of my chakra cards here actually in this reading because it does seem like that's the chakra healing is wanting to come through. So yeah, 999. Let me pull that card for you. We're not there quite yet, but 999 is going to be very powerful. I'll do a reading probably for just that, but this is a sign of completion. You're finishing a chapter to start the next. That's what this whole reading seems to be about. It's a catalyst for change that can't be ignored, because it's pointing you right where you need to go, and you're going to know that. It's sorry you can't really see all of these, but there's that. Maybe I can turn this camera down a bit. Sure, let's do that. And you kind of have an idea. All right, let's see what else. Someone could try to provoke you, a person in power even. Getting that clairaudiently. When I randomly say stuff, it's because I received it through one of my clairs. Okay? So that's why I say my messages are randomly specific. What else? Hula hoop contest even. Maybe that's your rare gift. I don't know. Or you come upon a hula hooping contest. The stacks of cards that are falling out, I'm not taking them. That's too much. That's overwhelming. Unless it has to feel right. Let's put it that way. And some of them don't feel right. But then you have an Ace of Inspiration. Now that feels right. You know how I love that you go from the 5 of inspiration to the Ace of Inspiration. It's like you chose what was best for you. For a lot of you, it's separating from a group or a partner in some way. But you're getting motivated here. This is a new project, fresh idea. This is a nice, clean desire. Like, it's clear. When I say clean, I mean it's clear. the prickly moments are in the past, because we were getting that, the prickly energy here. I was getting prickly energy, like you're dealing with an energy that's prickly. It's, I don't know how else to say it. It's pointed. It's, yeah. It's like something that wants to be avoided. I'm getting the name John. Okay, I know that's a common name, but I say the names. Deandra's not, but John is common. So, I get them all. Anyway, and moving. So I'm getting moving, or more movement, maybe even. And now I'm hearing, the old projector, the movie projector. I'm hearing that. So, and I'm getting like the age of 12 even. So something about that. So that's something I'm receiving psychically. And then we have the Chariot. So you'll know if it's your message or not. All right. So the Chariot here is Cancerian energy, and this is about you being able to move forward. You'll be getting more disciplined. But this is like obstacles being removed. That's what's clarifying, Salmon obstacles, your perseverance, your persistence, your ability to see something or a value in something, or your own value when no one else did. That's what will free you. You're not being held captive. This is an energy where it's, you can create something. All right. I'm hearing, let's get that show on the road. And that's what's coming under Yes, I Can. Manifesting optimism wishes. You're getting the show on the road. Maybe you're taking your show on the road. This one and also this one with it. Okay, so we have, it's so, I always say that like the three of swords tends to come out with the 7 of swords. Here it is. We keep getting the 7 of swords. Don't be the one to break your own heart. Okay. I know it sounds corny, but there's a message here coming in with that. This is grief and heartbreak, right? The 3 of swords and the 7 of swords. It's like, well, for some of you, okay, just, we don't want to be deceiving ourselves. Let's not, we don't want to be the one putting ourselves down. Let's just make sure you're being fair to you, and don't listen to everything you hear in your own mind. Our brains can be very mean storytellers. It can cause anxiety and fear. And I could feel there could be energy of that, especially if you're not sleeping well. Okay. Could be feeling stuck in some way though, but just from like mental chit chat, a lot going on. That's a very Libra-like quality. We're kind of always weighing options, and we want balance. We do. We want to find that balance, but so at a time when we want to be optimistic, it's like they'll see what they're not seeing. This person's not seeing the fact that yeah, there's a closed door, but then look. I mean, they're just focusing on that closed door, and so we don't want to be focusing our energy on what we've lost, on things that are causing suffering. We want to make sure that we're actually being honest and facing things. And not that you aren't. I'm just saying this is the message I'm getting. But we may need to rethink something. Mm-hmm. It can be tough, getting ourselves unstuck if we have been for a while. But remember, we were getting like something along the lines of no more, just moving on, kind of thing. And it feels like for some of you that will happen. Maybe not just yet. We'll see. This is the wheel. There it is. Getting that wheel unstuck. Just said freeing yourself. And then you have every reading now, we've been getting the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, it feels like every reading, many readings. And I just feel like that's the message keeps being like, you are in charge of your own destiny. Time to grab hold of the reins of your life, be the boss. Maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. This is like following your own, creating your own luck and success, really. Things are no longer stuck. Again, it's the catalyst for change that can't be ignored. They keep giving me this. I'm also hearing pudding. Puddin', is that a nickname maybe? Pudding. Wheel of Fortune, 10. So cycles. Yeah, interesting. That's what's coming out after, there's the Chariot, then there's the wheel. It's like we have to get in the car, or we might have the key, but we have no vehicle. It's kind of a matter. Everything, in tarot, a lot of it's metaphors, but maybe you're literally getting a new way of moving forward, like a car, or but it is, you see that what this person's doing here. See the little strings they have on the horses here, the reins, but it's like at the same time, you're above even being connected to anything. You're just maybe just seeing something from a completely, like a much higher, much deeper perspective. I just heard art gallery. Maybe you're visiting an art gallery, or you're having your artwork on display. New connection coming in potentially. It could be very, very motivating. Someone could do the intensity with something, a passion for something. Either it heats up within you, or it's like you're like, now's the time to do something, or you actually meet somebody and you have a shared interest that it's pretty uncommon. It's like, really, that's cool though. That's awesome. It's like very, I know you appreciate it, it looks like. So we have the Four of Voices here. Pamper oneself, take care of yourself, retreat. This is also, though, give yourself that space, that room to connect with your higher self, your gods, goddesses, whatever you believe in. Knowing that there's way more than just this. Everything's temporary. This is about having that recovery time you need and really deep healing. Four of Voices is the Four of Swords. Right on the edge of change. You have the Nine of Cups. It came through in reverse. Now, that's like something not really being satisfying, not very fulfilling. Something just, it's like you come to the realization that something has kind of stunk. It's like, actually, this wasn't as satisfying as I thought. And I feel like you're realizing what true happiness really is, what true joy really is. Or you will. Maybe you're going to find somebody and like, you thought you knew what love. Oh my gosh, look at this. Sun popped out. I don't know if it was on. I don't think you were able to see that. But yes, the sun did fall out upright, face up. So awesome. So it's so cool because that's what we're getting, clarifying the Nine of Emotions. Now in this row, you also have, or column, you also have the star card. So double star energy now that we have the sun here. Now the sun really is joy. That's the ultimate card of joy in the tarot. That's a joyous outcome. So it feels as though, because now you know what isn't fulfilling, you know what love isn't, you know what joy isn't, you know what doesn't suit you, you're then able to connect with what does suit you. You're able to create it. You're able to bring it in. It's as though the universe is now listening. It's like a hotline. Thanks for calling 1-800-UNIVERSE. Please state your prayers. Now accepting wishes. So it does feel like a wish fulfillment kind of outcome here. All right. We have a few cards out. These do feel right. So now we're getting another story. We have the Hierophant, we have the Lovers, we have the Eight of Inspiration, and the Page of Inspiration. So we have Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, Hierophant, Lovers. All right. It's like as though, so this is what's under plans, preparation, training. And then remember before it was like the end of, there was nothing more to say with that Six of Voices right here underneath that plans, preparation, training. Well, now there's a lot to be said. Blocking out the noise for some of you. Because look at this. You have, and look at the opening of this flower here. It's this of this lotus. It's like there's growth in all directions now. Even There's this unity with what joy truly is. There's this energy of harmony. It's a commitment to your own spiritual wisdom too. It's what it feels like with this Hierophant and the six of and the Gemini and the Lovers card. Sorry, so we have Taurus and Gemini here. But it seems like you're, yeah, committing to something that is going to be completely realigning. It's going to bring in, like, again, this level of joy and harmony that you haven't felt before. And this energy is moving fast. Once it goes, I mean, it's really like you're transitioning into something that is much more aligned. That's the choice. You've chosen yourself above everybody else. It doesn't matter what this person on the ground is saying. That's like the old you, maybe. You've outgrown that. Look what's happening. A life you'll truly love living. Some of you, I know you're very ready for this. And you have the Page of Inspiration here too. And this is, take time to explore, get excited. Get excited about the new things coming into your life. What felt unachievable now, it's able to move forward now. Rather than being, see right here, see the point here? It's as though this maybe at one time it felt confining in some way. Now it's actually pointing this person in the right direction. You're on target here for something that's quite exciting. And it could be a leadership opportunity. Could be. Remember, we have 9-9, which is leadership. It turned into 9-9-9 as I was thinking out loud about it. Or this fell out. We have 4 of materials. So the 4 of coins. That's what's clarifying direction, point, purpose. Oh, interesting. I wasn't even thinking of that. And we have direction. We have a point here. And the next card, if you remember, is direction, point, purpose with turquoise. It's just interesting. It's like something that felt restrictive. It's not now. It's like you're using it as that catalyst to free yourself. Again, it's kind of like knowing what you don't like is actually pointing you in the direction of what you do like. And there's the 4 of coins. So this is a feeling of stability, but there's a decision here. It can be an energy where you're just really hoarding, hanging on to things for fear of letting go. There could be even a person who's trying to hang on in some way to something that's been outgrown. You have the 2 of Cups. Maybe it was a partnership you outgrew. Sometimes in relationships, and this is a channeled message, as they all are, we get so immersed in it, we forget where we end and the other person begins. It's just, we become so, we also do this with things like work too. We become so, that's how things lead to imbalance. Because things aren't, yes, we're all connected, but at the same time, sometimes we have to feel that boundary of where something starts and you begin or end, or you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's great to have deep and meaningful connections, but then when they don't go well, sometimes you might have a hard time sorting out your feelings versus their feelings, or where even some of your thoughts about yourself or viewpoints came from. This can also be, because there is, as much as this card is about coming together, there's also with the fixation, not fixation, with the focus on stripes in this deck. I am getting this thing about, it is important to remember, as much as we have maybe built together, we are not who we're with or who we work for. It might sound confusing, and in fact it even feels a little confusing. That's the whole point. is that it can feel very, you could feel very submerged, rather than this lovely harmonious blending. It can feel restrictive. So usually, ideally, when you get into a partnership, you want to help each other grow and expand, right? But it feels like maybe there has been this, like, yeah, maybe that was the case in the beginning, but and things were good. But then with whatever partnership this was, but then things became almost restrictive. I don't know what else to say. It feels like there's an imbalance here. There's tension, even though it's a Two of Cups. Generally, people pull the Two of Cups and it's like, oh, yay, the Two of Cups, partnership, unity. Oh, could be soulmates. Oh, what a lovely connection and relationship. A proposal, maybe. No, I'm actually getting, yeah, but it actually became like as though we don't want relationships and partnerships to be our duty. We want to be there because we want to be there. And it just feels kind of like there was this, possibly part of this change that's going on right now. It's necessary because it's like you're too involved with something or someone, or someone's too in your life. Maybe it's great. Oh, I have a best friend. We do everything together. But then it's like they start parenting your children. You're like, I don't really like that. Like you can, we are there. Here's me and here's you. Like we don't have to always be this. It's important to also have your separate time. So there, yeah, there's a message there. Let's get 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Well, this is great. Okay. Okay, so you have the Emperor. Yay. The Emperor. So this is all the energy of all 4 kings. Remember, I was getting Empress vibes. Well, Emperor, same thing. Just masculine energy of it. We all have female masculine, or feminine masculine. Sorry. Feminine and masculine. Yeah. All right. So Aries energy here. We also have the Queen of Materials. So now you have all 4 kings within this Emperor card, and you literally have all 4 queens. So there is this balance of different energies, 2 things that are alike, or no, that come together, but sometimes they also need to be separate. That's, again, it's like a repeat message, because we don't want our relationships, our partnerships to be a burden. Again, we want to be there. We want to be part of it. We want to, keep things comfortable and healthy. That's where the true prosperity and opportunity will be, right? Not when we're feeling as though this 10 of Wands, this burden, All right. And yeah, there's another message coming in about kind of like, it's almost as though, again, randomly specific, somebody wants you to thank them for the progress you've made. Yeah, maybe they've been there for you, but that can be part of that message where I end and you begin kind of thing. Um, you are still the one who did the work. Like you, for example, you can have a coach who helps you with fitness or whatever it is you're trying to do, a spiritual coach or whatever, some sort of coach who's cheering you on and giving you strategies and ideas. But ultimately, it's you. You're the one who does the work. You're the one who's even choosing to put your time and resources into it. You're that Queen of Materials, right? You're that Queen of Pentacles. You're the Emperor here. You're the big boss. You're the one overseeing your life. Yes, other people come in, but sometimes it's not a good idea to let people get too involved. So just maybe some of you are feeling a fallout from that. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, like feeling trapped, stuck, not in a healthy way. So that's what it's coming through as. Let me get some chakra cards here. This is the Britta Bowman Chakra Insight Oracle, I think. Divine Chakra Oracle. Rest and rebuild. Card 6. Rest and rebuild. You may want to try to help everybody, but sometimes we need to help ourselves, right? So it says, I release all negativity, unwanted emotions, and negative behaviors back into Mother Earth. I am free. Okay, so that's going to be, I think it's going to be connecting to your Earth Star chakra. if I'm correct. And yeah, that's going to be connecting to your Earth Star chakra, which is a little bit below your feet into the earth. It connects you to Gaia. What else do we have? Advice here. If you enjoy this reading, please do like the video, subscribe, become a member. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. This is cool. You also have 2 more cards that are Earth Star Chakra. Wow, some of you really need to get grounded, or you're really connecting to Mother Nature here. So we have Presence, card 1. I'm deeply rooted in myself and fully present with my energetic core. Oh, present. I'm deeply rooted in myself and fully present with my energetic core. I embrace and honor the power of my being. Oh, getting something about the season's changing. Okay, the season's changing, and how that's going to almost put a spotlight on what needs to change in your life, or maybe in this particular situation, partnership. And when I say partnership, it could be your relationship with an employer, like you're their employee, they're your employer. That's a partnership, right? Life Force, card 3. I transmute and clear all trauma from my cells and DNA, from all time, space, dimensions, and realities. I anchor my soul into being. So we're releasing all negativity. We are embracing the power of our being, and we are anchoring our souls into being. Beautiful. And I want to also use the Elemental Key Oracle. Thank you so much to all of you who have donated. Appreciate you. Okay, so now you have, remember I said I was like, oh, the olive branch. Now, why I was paying attention to that, I don't know. It stood out to me in one of the cards here that there was an olive branch. And now you have olive branch. So peace is what's on this card here. This is the element of water. So, isn't it? Or no, wait, I'd have to look in the deck. So olive branch peace. It's imperative for your healing and soul growth to ask for forgiveness or offer forgiveness. Life is too precious to hold grudges or to feel you need to punish yourself. An opportunity is being created to move forward, to set you free. Yeah, you're being set free. That's the wheel card, the chariot. Fate. The stars are aligned as everything comes together in perfect timing. The signs you're receiving are accurate in telling you to move forward. Expect positive and fortuitous outcomes with relationships and careers. That card says serendipity. And now you have another card with the word repair on it. Maybe some of you are getting repairs, or you're feeling it's a time for repair. Fault lines, repair. Earthquakes come from fault lines beneath the surface. When things in your life are built from fear or ill intentions, they cannot withstand when life shakes things up. Use this time to look within yourself and in relationships to see any cracks that need mending or a new foundation to be built. It's not about blame, right? Not about placing blame. So this is actually, the white cards are air, the element of air. So intellect, thoughts, ideas, communication, strength, power, us really. And then the blue cards would be water. So that would be like cups, emotions, intuition, relationships, consciousness, all that. So kind of want to get one more card here. Actually, let's go and get, let's use a new deck. I was able to get this because of a very generous donation I received. All right. This is the Divine Illumination Angel Number Deck. Okay, and it's by Angela Wright by azuramagic.com. azuramagic.com. Let's get an angel card. Angel numbers. Oh, we have a couple. Oh, I think it's 3. Oh, no way. Now, I did shuffle this deck. I've actually pulled from it privately. So I know these cards are shuffled. But just like with, and same with the, I've used this chakra deck too plenty, and you got 3 Earth star chakra cards. So there's nothing I can do about that. You know, they're shuffled. I've had this deck for a while. So, and yeah, this one, 3, well, they're out of order, but 3, 4, 5, they're all low numbers. Interesting. These were too. You just, that's like foundation. That's getting, you know, something, getting, well, solid foundation. Yeah. So getting deeply rooted, right? Like these other cards said. So there is an emphasis on that. We have solid foundation, card 4. With every step you take, you're strengthening the roots of your foundation. What do you know? And your unwavering beliefs are propelling you towards boundless success. Your angels encourage you to stay centered and grounded. With steadfast devotion and persistence, you will bring your long-term aspirations to fruition. This is what this whole reading is talking about. And then you have card 5, adventure. Your life has a master plan that's constantly evolving. Fill it with adventure focused on new experiences rather than material things. By exploring new territories, we challenge ourselves to see the world with fresh eyes and open minds. The expansion of your heart and soul is what truly matters. Now, there is a lot of reading on these cards, so I was going to just pull one, but 3 came out. Lots of the cards are coming out just in clumps today. So, card 3, unity. With an open and aware heart, you cultivate harmony within your mind, body, and spirit. Embrace the energy of pure joy. Let your lightheartedness guide you. Your soul's called to express itself creatively and live life to the fullest, guided by the divine light within you. And let's use the Britta Bowman Power Animal deck for your final messages. Final messages for Libra. What do we most need to know? What animals would like to come through to us, talk to us, guide us, be with us, love us? Orangutan. Now, I heard Walker or Whitaker, so I did hear that, or a name that has W and K in it, or the initials. Okay, so orangutan. Allow your feelings, I'm sorry, all your feelings matter as they tell a story about your soul's essence. Honor them. Beautiful cards, as usual, Britta Bowman. And you have giraffe. Trust in your ability to see things from a higher perspective and navigate life with foresight. I chose this deck intuitively because of all the colors. And this is a deck where, you know, a reading where color wanted to come into these. Okay. Penguin. Embrace positive changes, shed old habits and beliefs. The opportunity for renewal is here. That is a big part of this reading too, because you have that rebirth. You have, you know, rest and rebuild. You have a card that has an actual phoenix in it. No? Did you have that card? No, you didn't. I guess you didn't. Okay, so thought you did. One more. Cougar. Embrace your inner leader. Step boldly into your role, for you are the master of your life. Yeah, emphasis on rebuilding, on really assessing any sort of partnerships you're in, making sure they're truly aligned, and freeing yourself from what you don't want so you can go towards what you do want. It sounds simple, but it can be more difficult when it comes down to it, right? So anyway, that is what I have for you, though. It's really not challenging. If you're living a life that you feel is in alignment with who and what you want, taking the wheel there. All right. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. You know how to show support.